Here we go. Aswand, Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. I don't want to say it was a good day today because I didn't hit the goal. Don't want to say it was a bad day today because I did improve, and I do know why I didn't hit the goal. Goal was 8, capped out at 7 today, and it's because the last meal was probably, again, over 12 hours ago. You know, it's a little different on the weekends when the gyms open up a little later, and it takes a little longer for me to get going. Got to get on the band stretching and foam rolling and all that kind of stuff just to keep up with this lifestyle, because it is a motherfucking lifestyle, let me tell you. All right, you guys know if you regularly tune in, which is why everything I do, the goal of every project I go after or every move I make, whatever it is, business, personal, professional, whatever the move is, it's about giving something to the younger people, giving a gem, giving an idea, giving something to the younger people, a jewel that they can take with them for the rest of their lives, and they can apply it to make themselves a little better. Because I know I ain't gonna do this forever. I can't do it forever. It's impossible for any human being to do it forever. So teaching the young people is the life work. And when you're teaching the young people, you're ultimately teaching the young people to care about the young people, and ultimately the world actually gets the cohesiveness that we are in so desperate need of. So regardless of what's going on around us, be it the government, be it the organizational structure that you may feel is holding you back from doing the things you want to do, young people, give whatever it is you feel in the good parts, give it to the young people. Here's an example, all right? It's about maybe earlier this week. Like I said, I'm recording this on a Sunday, earlier last week, recording this on a Sunday. And, you know, I teach. For those of you who don't know, I teach at a school by the name of Center for Creative Education. And it's just like it sounds. You got to be very creative when you're teaching there, because I don't have no certification. I don't plan on getting a certification. I just plan on being the creative teacher, speaker, author, trainer, fitness consultant, entrepreneur, whatever it is you want to call me. I just plan on being the creative being so I can help the young people, right? So they had a situation between, it was a rising 5th grader and a rising 1st grader. Rising 2nd grader, right? And this particular rising 2nd grader is a Sonic super fan. That's what we'll call him. An absolutely obsessed young man with Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, everything from Sonic socks to Sonic shorts to Sonic t-shirts to Sonic action figures, to every 2 sentences out of his mouth he mentions the name Sonic, 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 all right? Then there's a rising 5th grader. Both of them young black boys, love them some football, love to go out there, compete, have a ton of energy, right? So had a situation early in the morning where the 5th grader made the bold claim that Flash is actually faster than Sonic. And it was like, oh shit, okay. You know, the rising 2nd grader took that personally. He's like, hold up, my dog. You ain't gonna be just talking about my man like that. You're gonna be talking about Sonic any kind of way. So they ended up going at it between who's faster, Sonic or Flash. And they're really going after it. And eventually the argument got brought to me, and I had to diffuse the situation by saying this. And this is what I mean when I say continuously give the young kids something they can do as a way of applying it to later on in life. So here's what happened. I told them both actually, but the older one actually went out and did this. I said, hey, you can't just go about arguing with people with no facts. All right, you can't just go argue with somebody just because you believe that your facts have to be on point. You have the luxury of growing up in a world where the internet is accessible to you. You can go on your iPad, you can go on wherever it is you access the internet, look up some facts about Sonic, write them down, bring it to him. Sonic or Flash, bring it to him, and then you bring that to the argument, right? So here's what happened. The next morning, the rising 5th grader comes up to me with a piece of paper, it was written down. Flash has this amount of numbers. Flash, I went online, Flash has this amount of speed. He runs at a 7-point this, or this, that, and the third. And he's documenting things and writing them down. And I'm telling you, listen, it's why people get into teaching. It's why people get into coaching. It's why people are involved in helping young people for that right there. Because when stuff like that happens, you're like, okay, now I'm making a difference. Now I know that if I just keep doing the work I'm doing, if I keep just grinding and focusing on giving the young people something, they will be listening, but it's got to be coming from the heart, and you got to be something that they can actually apply later on in life. I can see this young individual, growing up, wanting to be a sports broadcaster, wanting to get into politics, or wanting to do something in which he has to prove his point. And because of what Mr. Aswand told him about Flash and Sonic, I know before I bring my argument to anybody, before I bring anything to anybody, I'm gonna have my facts written down and go on Google. I'm gonna find some accredited sources, I'm gonna write it down, and then I'm gonna go and present my facts, and then I'm ultimately gonna get the outcome I want, or I'm gonna get the truth, whatever it is I'm gonna be doing. But ultimately it's gonna improve me as an overall individual. That's what it's about, all right? Know your facts. Give the young people something in which they can do and they can create, all right? All that being said, if you want your staff moving like that, if you want your staff that dedicated, if you want your staff moving in a cohesive way in which everyone is holding each other accountable, the main website to check out is makeYaMove.com. That's MakeYaMove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.